Hey you guys, welcome back. So in today's video, as requested by you guys, I thought I would do a bit of an autumn winter super glam makeup look. If you couldn't already tell, this is the finished look and I actually created it using just drugstore makeup, so super affordable. So if you guys would like to see how I created this look and the products that I used to create it, please stay tuned. Okay, so first of all, let's just go ahead and excuse my face today. I went to bed at literally like 7 in the morning because I was editing videos, and this is what happens when you get like zero sleep. So if I'm looking pretty tired, it's because I am pretty tired. Now let's cover this up. So first of all, for primer, I'm going to be using this one from Rimmel. It's the Lasting Finish Makeup Primer. I honestly love this stuff. It kind of feels a bit like a moisturizer, but it has like a little bit of tack to it, so it makes my makeup stick. Next, for foundation, I have two of these from Rimmel. We have the Rimmel Match Perfection and the Wake Me Up. I think I'm going to mix these two together actually. So we'll take one pump, 1.5. Got to cover this up, of the Wake Me Up, and maybe 1.5 of the Match Perfection. I'm just going to go ahead and swirl this around. Wow, that is a lot of foundation, but hey, we need it today. I'm just going to buff that into my skin. I'm just using the stippling brush from Real Techniques. There is a reason why I wear foundation a little bit darker than my skin tone, and that is because my skin... Not sure if I like this brush for this foundation. Let's switch it up a little bit. Just quickly decided to switch up my brush. This is the Nanshi Flawless Foundation. The other one was just kind of leaving it a little bit streaky. Face is looking a little bit more alive now, thank God. So next I'm going to pile on the concealer. This is the NYX Gotcha Covered. It's very similar to the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that on my finger and pat it under my eyes. This stuff is literally just like sleep in a teeny tiny tube. Just quickly cover up this little bad boy as well. Oh, he wants to stick around today. Hold up, son. I'm then going to take my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I definitely need a new one of these. And I'm just going to go under my eyes a little bit as well. And just kind of highlight a little bit with this. Just go over the top of those spots a little bit as well. And a little bit on my forehead. This concealer is literally one of my favourites. I'm not sure I'll ever go back to the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer because this stuff is literally exactly the same and so much cheaper. Okay, looking a little bit less dead now, which is great. I'm then going to do a little bit of cream contouring using this Revolution Ultra Contour Stick. I'm just going to take the darker side and just draw in some cheekbones quickly. And then again, just blend that out. I'm just going to sweep it upwards just because I don't want it to go like too far down my face. That spot is just not having any of it today. It's just like, but please, I want to hang around. Well, you can. You gotta go. So then I'm going to go ahead and take the Barry M Liquid Chrome Drops. I've done a full video on these. I'll leave a link to it down below. These are kind of amazing. Oh, I remember, they dry quickly, so I need to work quick with this. I think I might actually take my foundation brush again for that. These take a little while to blend in, but then all of a sudden, they just kind of like blend into your skin perfectly. Tiny little bit on my Cupid's bow and on my nose. And then with whatever's left of my fingers, I'm just going to kind of blend that in on my forehead as well. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take my Lottie London Ready Set Go powder. And I'm just going to set my under eyes quickly. I'm just going to dust that over my lid as well. And also just like on my smile lines, kind of around my chin. And then I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush and just kind of swirl that in the lid. And just lightly pat that over the top. And just a little bit more in my T-zone as well. Yeah, that spot really doesn't want to go. You have met your match. You want to fight about this? I ain't backing down. Not today, sir, not today. All right, I give up. Then to do a little bit of contouring, you guys may remember this. It's the Revolution Renaissance Glow palette. Looks a little something like this, and they brought it back. It was gone for so long, but they brought it back. I think it's slightly different to this one here. This is like the original, and I think they have like reformulated it or something, but it's back in stock. So if you guys did want this, because I know a lot of you were like me, just so obsessed with this highlighter, then I will leave a link to that down below. So what I'm going to do is just take this little angle brush from Vanity Planet and I'm going to take the sculpting color. This is super grey tone, so you really want to go quite light-handed with this. I'm honestly so happy this is back because I used to use this all the time and you guys would always ask about it and I just didn't know what to tell you because it just wasn't on the website anymore. But it's back. I'm then going to go ahead and take this highlighter and my Luxe Powder Fusion brush, and are you ready? I mean, this is seriously such an intense glowy highlight. It does not look like it's from the drugstore, I'm sorry, but it's so, like, you can't even see it on the skin. It doesn't look like a powder or anything like that. It's just such a good highlight. I'm going to bring that onto my brow bone a little bit as well, just so it kind of blends in nicely. Probably going to add another more intense highlighter to my brow bone in a second, and by probably, I mean definitely. But I just want to kind of lay that down first. To bronze up my skin a little bit, I'm then going to go ahead and take my favourite Rimmel bronzer. This is the natural bronzer, and this one is in the shade Sun Bronze. I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush and kind of sweep that onto my cheeks. Bronze those bad boys up. I'm then just going to quickly fill in my brows using the Bourjois brow design. This one is clear, so I'm just going to run that through my brows, nothing fancy. And then I'm just going to use the tinted one. This one is in the shade Brown, and I'm just going to go through the front of them quickly. So I think looking at my brows, I kind of want to fill them out a little bit more. So I'm just going to take the Tame & Frame brow pomade from NYX. This one is in the shade Espresso. And I'm just going to fill them in just a little bit more. And then do my usual thing and contour under my lip. Okay, so that is the majority of my face done. I'm now going to go ahead and zoom you guys in for the eyes. Hi there. For eyes, I'm going to go ahead and use the Soph Makeup Revolution palette. I'm still absolutely loving this. And I think I'm going to take some of the more like red tone shades and maybe like this sort of coppery colour or something. Cannot for the life of me remember what these are called, and I have lost the slip somewhere, so I'm just going to show you guys which ones I'm using. I'm just using this kind of matte beige colour all over my lids. I'm then going to go ahead and take this shade here and work that into the crease. I honestly cannot get over the quality of this palette. I think it's probably the best one that Makeup Revolution has ever done. I'm then going to take this shade here, which I think, if I remember correctly, it's called Cup of Tea. I think that's what that one was called. And again, I'm just going to work that on into the crease as well, just a little bit lower down. And just kind of bring it into the inner corner a little bit more. I'm then going to take a flat brush, and I think I'm going to go in with this slightly more orange colour. It's got a little bit of shimmer to it, but I don't think it really translates. And I'm going to work that on the inner corner for a second. Yeah, there's barely any shimmer to this, which I like. And then again, just kind of blend in with whatever's left on our brush. Then just using the same brush, I'm going to take this shade next to it. That is super pigmented, and I'm going to pack that kind of over the centre of my lid. And then again, just blend that in with my fluffy brush. I'm then going to go ahead and take this deeper red shade here. I'm actually going to take that on a kind of angled brush. And I'm really going to pack that on the outer corner. And I think maybe even bring that in a little bit more. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of Cup of Tea on my fluffy brush and just work that lightly over the top. And just kind of diffuse the edges a little bit. I don't want it to be like too blown out, but I do want it to be blended. So next, I think I'm going to actually go ahead and take this shade down here and just deepen that up a little bit on the outer corner. And then again, just kind of blend all of that in. Then what I think I'm going to do is go ahead and take maybe, I think I might actually take this shade here. I'm just going to take it on my fingers. And I'm going to pat that all over the centre of my lid, I think. And again, just same for this side. Next, using that same angle brush that we used before, I'm going to go ahead and take this darker brown shade again. And really work that on my lower lash line. This brush still has a little bit of the red pigment on it, which I wanted, so it kind of warms it up a little bit more. And then again, just kind of smoke that out a little bit. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the eyes. I'm then going to go ahead and use Soph's palette again. And I'm going to take that kind of golden baked highlighter. And first of all, I'm going to pack that on my brow bone. Love this stuff. And then I'm also going to take a little teeny tiny brush and highlight my inner corner with that. Kind of bring it in a little bit actually. I'm then just going to quickly add a little bit of mascara. This is the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot. And just give that a wiggle. I think I'm going to wear falsies with this, so I don't want to apply too much mascara just yet. Chuck some on the bottom. But I can, however, load it up on the bottom. For lashes, I'm going to be using these guys from Huda Beauty. I know they're not Drugstore, but I do actually have a really good Drugstore alternative for these. I just don't have any at the moment, so I will leave a link to them down below. They're like £3 or £4 or something and pretty much identical. So I'm just going to quickly glue those bad boys up. And then for my lips, while I'm waiting for my lashes to dry, I'm going to go ahead and use one of these Makeup Revolution Retro Luxe Matte Lip Kits. I recently picked this up. This one here is in the shade Glory. I tried these before, but I think they've reformulated since then. They were a little bit drying, so I'm hoping they're a little bit nicer to wear now. So I'm just quickly lining my lips. These liners are so creamy. I'm then going to go ahead and take the liquid lipstick itself and apply that over the top. Ooh, yes. That is the colour I was looking for. I'm just going to go ahead and leave that to dry. Love that colour. And now just go ahead and chuck these lashes on. Okay, I'm feeling this look. So I'm just gonna go ahead and leave those there for a second, wait until they dry a little bit more, and then we'll give them a squish. Okay guys, so this is the finished look, and I am so obsessed with how this turned out. I love how the eyes look. I feel like they could look really good with like a nude lip as well. But this lip color, I am just so in love with it. As always, you guys, if you enjoyed this video, then please do give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you do want to see more of me, because I upload all the damn time. But apart from that, that's it from me. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.